if you're a man who suffers from an enlarged prostate. Today I'm going to show you how to shrink your prostate by 54%, and is one of the most shocking health secrets that you will ever learn. I want you to stop eating these 9 foods that I'm about to show you. And if you do, your prostate will shrink, and so will other parts of your body. And at the end of this video, I'll show you what foods to eat instead. Now, the traditional way of treating an enlarged prostate is with medication like tamoxifen, Flomax, Avodart, or Your. But there's a problem with that because they all have very serious side effects, including a decrease in libido, erectile dysfunction, impotence, an increase in blood pressure, a higher risk of stroke, heart attack, and even cancer. So what are some prostate enlargement alternatives? Well, I found one for you. Now, there was a study published in the Journal of Nutrition where they took 300 men with an enlarged prostate and divided them into 2 groups. One group continued to eat their normal diet, while the other group followed a special diet that I am going to show you in just a moment. They followed this diet for 6 months, and then they measured the prostate size at the beginning and at the end of the study. And they found that the men that followed this diet had a 54% reduction in prostate size compared to the group that did not follow the diet. So what were the 9 foods that they told the men to stop eating? Well, food, no. One is dairy products like milk, cheese, and yogurt. And the reason is because dairy products contain milk growth hormone called IGF-1, and too much of this hormone can actually enlarge your prostate. Alright, no. 2 is sugar and high fructose corn syrup. Now we already know that eating too much sugar can lead to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. But now we're learning that it can also enlarge your prostate. In fact, the American Institute for Cancer Research found that eating just 28 grams of added sugar daily, which is equivalent to about 7 teaspoons, can significantly raise your risk of developing an aggressive form of prostate cancer. So cut out the sugar, especially the hidden sugars in foods that you might not think have any sugar in it at all. For example, ketchup has sugar in it, barbecue sauce has sugar in it, salad dressing has sugar in it, and of course, sodas and juice drinks have a lot of sugar. Alright, number 3 is red and processed meat. So this includes bacon, sausage, salami, hot dogs, canned meats, and the like. Now, red and processed meat is high in zinc and selenium, which are both good for your prostate. But when you eat too much of either mineral, it can actually cause prostate enlargement. No. 4 is alcohol. Alcohol consumption increases the levels of a hormone called estrogen. And as you may already know, high estrogen levels can lead to prostate enlargement. Also, alcohol consumption weakens your liver, which causes the liver to make less sex hormone binding globulin. This protein carries sex hormones through the bloodstream. And so if you have high levels of this hormone because you're drinking too much alcohol, it can lead to a higher level of free testosterone, and this can increase the risk of prostate enlargement. Alright, the next food is soy. Soy is a plant-based source of estrogen, and as I mentioned a moment ago, high levels of estrogen can increase the size of your prostate. Now let's talk about grains, wheat, rice, oats, barley, etc. Grains are a type of carbohydrate, and too many carbs can cause weight gain, which increases insulin levels. And studies showed that high insulin levels can enlarge your prostate. Next is potatoes. All kinds of potatoes. Sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, yams. The problem with potatoes is that they're high in a sugar called glucose fructose, and they're also high in a starch called amide. Both of these can raise your blood sugars and lead to prostate enlargement. Next is corn oil, and all of the other vegetable oils like canola oil, cottonseed oil, peanut oil, sunflower oil, etc. These all have a high amount of omega-6 fatty acids, and when you consume too much of these, it can lead to inflammation in your prostate and other parts of your body. And last but not least is margarine is made from vegetable oil, and as I just mentioned, vegetable oils can be inflammatory to your prostate. Margarine also contains trans fats, which have been shown to increase the risk of prostate cancer. Now, if you're concerned about shrinking your prostate, I strongly recommend that you see my video on the top 6 foods that you should be eating to help shrink your prostate. I put that video up right here. Check it out.